Now, I'm actually really excited to see what the next creator is gonna do, because the art she does is just really impressive. And she lives in a place where everything is upside down. I'm gonna send it to Australia, and bye.
What the? So somehow, magically, I am involved in the world's biggest YouTube collaboration with Create This Book. This is like a world first as far as I know, and look how chunky it is already. And this particular copy was started by Diet Aussie Crafter up in Perth. And it's already gone around the world and it's back to Australia. It's gonna go to 50 artists. So far it's been through Aussie Crafter, Rose Riquin Crafts, So Craftastic, Raya Page, Courageous Painting, Creative Paula, Ashley Monet, Anchored Art Designs, Caution Artists at Play, Chuck Lee, Scott Christian Sava, Paint Crush with Christy Rice, Choosy Art, The Cassie Projects, Chantel Arts, Doodle Date, Emma Naseby Art, Melanie Mangold, Alyssa Art, Susie Neverland, and Aquarine. Then Aquarine sent it to me with this gorgeous little picture of me that she did, and I'm so pleased with. I need to find a frame for this and put it up somewhere in the studio. So the deal is I get 2 prompts to finish in this video. One that was picked for me and one that I got to pick. But I picked this like, what, a year ago? More than a year ago? And I was feeling a bit more confident then than I am now, so I might be regretting my actions. Let's get to it. My first prompt chosen for me was create a comic page. I am terrible at comics. I don't know, there's just so much about them that is not what I'm used to doing. Here's my little mock-up in my sketchbook for what I think I'm gonna do. I know it said make a comic about part of your day, but I thought I'd make it about my whole day and the most important thing in my day. I also wasn't confident putting this down traditionally, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to use my iPad for the first time, which was a gift for my birthday. And I'm trying Procreate for the very first time too, which I've always wanted to try. So a lot of the start of this is me having absolutely no idea how to use Procreate. I spent about 7 to 10 business days trying to work out how to do the outside box for a comic. Just even a straight line would be great. I tried doing it like I would in Photoshop or in Clip Studio Paint, where I would create like a box border. That didn't work. And then I don't know why, thought maybe I would just give up and draw a straight line by hand, because I've always totally been able to do that forever. Definitely never been able to draw a straight line in my life. Eventually I gave up and I Googled a tutorial, and I discovered that drawing a straight line is actually amazing in this. Like, this is so intuitive. I love that it does it for you if you hold it down, but then also you can use your finger and make it straight. Oh my gosh, that made my life so much easier. So off I went with my newfound superpower. Because I don't know Procreate at all, I thought I'd have a play with some of the brushes and textures. I found this really cool comic texture, which I really wanted to use at the end and promptly forgot existed by the time I got there. And now I've settled on a brush. I'm going to get sketching. These are just all of my base sketches, so I can sort of like work out where I want things to sit. And now I can go in and do my proper line work. Now I know this line work also looks sketchy. I just can't bring myself to do really like clean lines. I don't know, there's something about it. It's like it's too digital or something. I just like things having like a bit of texture and like a bit of like a human touch to them. And also I'm trying to do this like reasonably quickly, because I know I've given myself way more to do than I really needed to do for this prompt. So all of those factors have sort of gone into me just making it look like a little bit sketchy and like lived, I guess. And here's where I completely forgot I had a comic book brush, but I found the watercolour brush and I got way too excited about that, because what is more fun than trying to make something digital look traditional? I actually really love this watercolour brush too, so that was super fun, just playing with that while I was filling this in. I also decided to keep it just black and white and really simple, like no real shading or anything. because I knew I was going to get bogged down in details if I did that. And also because it is so detailed and I'm going to have to print it out so small to fit in the book, I didn't want it to get like too messy and muddy as well. I wanted it to be visually easily decoded when you first look at it. I must admit, I am enjoying Procreate immensely, and I am very, very excited to be able to sit down and have a play with this, with colours and using all of the brushes and textures and things more than I can in a comp. Maybe that's another video for next time. And here we go, it's finished. So here we go, this is my day on a regular basis. Wake up at 7 a.m, I am not happy to be awake. Take my daughter to school. And if it's a day that my son is home, we usually go do some activities he wants to do. This day I'm showing us doing circus class. And then around lunchtime, maybe we'll have some lunch and do some painting together. And then some housework if we really, really must. And then it's usually time to pick my daughter up from school again. And then when I can, I try to take them maybe to a park. And of course I get to go on the swing. And then it's dinner time. And then by the time I get them to bed to sleep, it's about 10 at night and I'm starting my work day. And sometimes my daughter has a nightmare and comes to collect me at a time that I should already be asleep. And sometimes my son is already waiting for us in bed. I'm definitely losing a lot of my bed space and pillow space to these two little gremlins, but this is also the best part of my day. And then 4 hours later, I'm up again and not happy to be awake. But I bring it upon myself. Rinse and repeat. And now we're on to the second prompt, which I chose, create or draw someone or something magnificent. Here's my little sketch idea. And I'd just like to point out that I had like a whole plan for this 2 years ago when I picked this, and I was clearly being cocky on that day, I think. I thought everyone would expect and want from me one of my sort of like alcohol marker portraits with all of the like fancy lighting and dappled stuff and all that sort of thing. And I thought, you know, that could be creating awe. But like when it came down to it, I spent weeks trying to like make this prompt work within that sort of like what I thought I had to do and what was expected of me. And it just never quite felt actually like awe. And so I step back and admit that maybe I don't need to do that and I can use paints, which I love. I love gouache so much. And it's also a lot quicker. This took me like 1 day versus one of those portraits probably would have taken me 60 to 100 hours. And then I'd have to chop it up to fit in the book. But really, the number one factor was I just didn't think, I was like trying to put like a square peg in the round hole type situation. And when I stepped back and realized that I just needed to do something simple to make it, you know, to make it work, everything felt right. And I had so much fun working out this color palette and just like building the clouds up layer by layer by layer. Just really, really, really enjoyed it. And I also got to fit in some of my sort of lighting, backlighting, backlit type things. So, you know, I kind of did some of what I had planned. I think this painting, I think with awe, it can be something beautiful, but it could also be something like beautiful and happy, but it could also be something maybe sad or a little bit like melancholy. Like we don't know if, you know, this is a moment where she's falling and she can't control her fall or whatever, and maybe, you know, at the end of that fall, it won't be a happy ending. But in this moment where she's in this like stunning sky, it is awe-inspiring and beautiful. Or maybe she can fly and she's just having so much fun up there. I'm really happy with all of the textures that I got to fit into this and the detail and the splatter. And I'm terrified that I'm going to have to cut this up soon. Do you think that I managed to meet the brief on this one? Did I create awe? I'm not sure. I think I did. Here we go, moment of truth. Sticking these in this amazing book. I kind of feel very much imposter syndrome-y right now. I don't really feel like I should be putting my stuff in here with all this other amazing work by all these other amazing artists. But here we go. I thought double-sided tape might be the best bet to keep it flat. And here's the most terrifying moment. I was like, I've worked this out. I know this is the right place to cut, but what if it isn't? Don't worry, guys. I did scan this before, so I have a proper copy of it, and that will exist digitally forever. But this hurt. Ah! And I'm double-sided taping this one too. Oh, look at me leaning in front of the camera. Good job, Kat. Like, I hope you like the back of my head. Here they are in the book. And look, it actually looks pretty good, even though I had to cut her in half. Whew, I can't believe that's done. And well, that's it. That's me, that's my contribution to this amazing project. I can't believe I got to be a part of it. The pieces that I created were 100% not what I expected them to be when I got my prompts like a year ago. But, I'm actually quite proud of what I ended up with. If you want to see some more of my work where I'm confused about where I ended up but pleasantly surprised, you can follow me here or follow me at any of these social medias you can see on your screen now. I just wanted to say a really big thank you to Di for creating this book and this project and inviting me to be involved with all these other fantastic people in this book. I still can't believe I'm in it. And speaking of, that means it's time for me to pass this book on to the next amazing artist to contribute to this project. It's just such a cool book though.
Isn't that odd though?
And yet, after all, why not? Why shouldn't I keep it?
It's my turn.
Now that it comes to it, I don't feel like parting with it. It's mine. It came to me.
I think you've had the book quite long enough. I could have used water mixable oils, but I chose traditional oils.
But I'm allergic.